last video I was talking about Aesop, and as I do these, it's just off the cuff, wherever it goes, it goes. And I didn't put a lot of effort into I didn't really think much about what line to quote from Aesop. I mean, it occurred to me, like, there are lines that are so far greater than the one that I happen to quote, but in truth, you could probably do a whole series on Aesop Rock lines alone. I mean, no exaggeration. The man probably has the most lines out of any artist in hip hop, quotable lines, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. So maybe one day I do a part two, and just go through certain more lines or something. I don't know. But today's video is about my favorite member of the Wu-Tang, which is Ghostface. I saw an interview with that Ghost had, and he was doing it with what's the kids? The channel's called No Jumper, and I think it was old. I think it was an old interview. And Ghost said something like, it's talking about albums, and I think Ghost said something like that he aspires to make more of the R&B kind of. Ghost has a few different styles, and he has that like grown man like R&B kind of style. He did a whole album of that type of stuff, and he favors that. And I found this so interesting because I feel that as artists we often are reaching. I guess we're reaching for a challenge, right? So maybe in he's seeing himself as like, I know I could be this kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like having a certain vision in mind for like what he could be in the world of hip hop. But I wonder if he truly understands what his contribution is to so many people. There is a whole subculture in hip hop. It's the graffiti, polo, North Face sneakerhead culture. And Ghostface is like the Jesus of that culture. And I would say that the supreme, he's like Jesus to them. You know what I'm saying? And I would say that the Supreme Clientele album is like the Bible of that subgenre. Do you guys know what let me know in the comment. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know this subculture? The low heads, the graph head, it's the same thing. The graph heads, they're in the low, they're wearing North. I live with these motherfuckers. I know this culture. They go into like a small bar in like LES in certain spots, and this is what they do. Ghost is like, that's the shit. That is the sound. That is you understand? Like Michael Jackson's the king of pop. Like I feel like every hip hop head in that culture holds that album in high regards. And I talk a lot, often about skill. And when I talk about skill, I'm generally talking about it from a technical standpoint. But there's something that I think escapes the technical rapper. And what that is character. And that's one thing that I would say separates Ghost from most of the members in Wu and a lot of artists in hip hop in general. The character. Hold on, I gotta get my coffee. It's nighttime, and you guys know this is what keeps me going. So, a specific line comes to mind for me. And I think this, when I talk about character, we go back to the Supreme Clientele album. And he says, in one of the songs, he says, A pair of bright, fat, yellow Air Max. Hit the rack, snatch 'em up, son. $20 off, no tax, stream merchant. Tucked in the clouds, stay splurging, rock an eagle head. 6-inch height was the bird. Monday night, Jets versus Dallas. Dallas versus Jets. Dude slid in. One hand, two coaches. What do you say? Dude slid in. One hand, two culture ciphers, one bag of wet. Anyway, this is the part. Heavy rain, fuck my kicks up. Wasn't looking, splash in the puddle. Bitch laughing, first thought was beat the bitch up. Now, mind you, at this point in time in hip hop, everything was my belt is $10,000. My car is this, you know, I don't look at price tags. I am fucking all of this fucking bougie bullshit. Here's a man who comes with something so down the earth that snatch him up, son, $20 off, no tax. So grounded and painting such a perfect picture of such an everyday experience that we all go, how fucking happy would you be to get a pair of bright, fat, yellow Air Max? Hit the rack, snatch $20 off. No, you be happy. It's such a normal, everyday thing. The honesty. Then, bitch laughing first thought was beat the bitch up. Yo, come on, man. Who was? They weren't talking like that. They weren't talking like that. They were pretending to be larger than life figures. You know, and he comes off with something like that. He come off with something like, ooh, Rev ain't right, his church ain't right, Deacon is a pimp, tell by his ice. Yo, that's like the character and the emotion and the thing that he's bringing. See, he took off. He started getting into these certain levels. And I often wonder, because I feel like at times we're always looking at the next man, and we're always looking at what, like, oh, but he got that talent. And it's like we looking at other people's superpowers, not realizing that your superpower means so much to so many people. I mean, it's so much more. It's like, you know, we don't need another Jay-Z. We don't need that. We don't need another, you know, whatever. But take Ghostface contribution away. I mean, fuck. Like, we're really missing something important, you know? Just the way he thinks. I mean, even what was it? The Pretty Tony album. I think it was the Pretty Tony. Pretty Tony of Fish Scale. They say something like, it's simple things, you know. I gotta fuck something. If not, I'ma fuck my girl. Yo. Simple shit, you know what I'm saying? But so raw, so honest, you know? And the element of humor too. Now, let me talk about this. The Watch song. The Watch song is crazy because he you know, here's a man who's it's a song about self-talk is what that song is about. So, you know, he's getting dressed, right? And it reminds me of one of those moments, like, if you go back in the days, it's like, you're gonna go out, you're single, you in the mirror, you're looking at, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how strong is your appeal? You know, how far can your external value get you tonight? That moment, you know, looking for the outfit, that feeling, that vibe, you know what I'm saying? Where do you stand? And the night will determine it based on what you're able to pull. Like, just this, I know it very well. It was a big part of my life, you know, the nightlife and everything that comes with it. So he's in the mirror and he assigns the watch this voice, his own ideas about himself, where he goes, you know, watch is involved, Talk to me, Trick Daddy. I like the way you tilt your head up in that caddy, son. Can't believe you the most slept on. Took a break since the Cuban niggas looking like you just went wrong. A rep wrong. You done slimmed down a bit. You know, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, yeah, you know, like he starts to feel good about himself. And he's like, he decides like, yeah, the watch, I'm gonna wear this watch. This is what's gonna do it for me tonight. The watch is making him feel good. So he say, come on, watch, I'm the star of the show. Then the watch turns on him. That's an interesting concept. The watch turns on him. Anyway, come on, watch, I'm the star of the show. So blow then, motherfucker. You ain't blew in 3 years, you son of a bitch. Yo. This is far more valuable than any goddamn fucking R&B song to some hell. We'd be at one hell of a loss if we had to get the R&B Ghost and not get this. This Ghost means so much to so many people in hip hop culture, and yes, I think that Ghost, he, out of everybody in the Wu, there are MCs who are everybody. If I were to go from album to album to album, I would just go. It's my opinion that Ghost produced the most evidence of a just very. I just feel that he went in more directions than anybody else in the crew. But I shouldn't be. There's no reason to even compare him to the other members. Just in general, I think that his contribution in hip hop is a very, very big deal. And I wonder if that is a widely accepted, notion. I wonder, or if it's just among us who really champion this kind of shit. But nonetheless, I had to do a video about Ghost. All right? I'll see you guys on the next one.